Thank you for tuning into Video Games in the World. I am John, your host. So today's news is about Final Fantasy XIV being developed into a TV series. But it's not like the game itself is being based on a TV series, but it was announced yesterday and it sounded like an early April Fool's joke. But it's making its streaming television debut with a new show called Final Fantasy XIV Daddy of Light. It is a Japanese TV drama called Final Fantasy XIV Hikari no Otou-san. Well, it looks like an interesting TV show about father and son bonding through an MMORPG, which is Final Fantasy XIV. Now, Final Fantasy is one of my most favorite franchises of all time, and I love pretty much all of the games except some like 10-2, because I didn't like it that much as 10, but still, it's pretty solid. But there are also spin-offs of Final Fantasy, such as the Final Fantasy Legend, Mystic Quest, Crystal Chronicles, and many more. But this Final Fantasy is not the only series of Final Fantasy that made it on television. There was also TV shows such as Final Fantasy Legend of the Crystals, which is like a sequel to Final Fantasy V. And there's also Final Fantasy Unlimited, which barely has anything to do with the games. I mean, it is based on the game, but it's not related to any games of the franchise, like a sequel or to any of the games. But still, it is awesome. There have also been an original video animation, such as Last Order Final Fantasy, which is a short animated movie, which is longer, like 20 minutes long. And we've seen Final Fantasy in the big screen with The Spirits Within. Then comes Advent Children. And then comes Kingsglaive Final Fantasy XV, which I enjoyed before the game's actual release. So the show is a mix of live action scenes and in-game footage. It's a father and son story with a very modern twist. The son gives his dad a copy of Final Fantasy XIV for the PS4. And as the father starts to play, his son joins him online, helping his father through the game, but not revealing his true identity. Meanwhile, the son writes a blog detailing his experiences secretly reconnecting with his father, as said on this article. And this show premieres on Japanese TV and on Netflix in Japan. The show will hit Netflix worldwide in the fall, according to the official Twitter account as translated by US Gamer. And the official website has gone live as well. Now, Final Fantasy XIV was a game I had been trying to avoid when it first came out in 2010. Its initial release for PC was greatly a disappointment because of technical issues, interface problems, and repetitive gameplay that angered a lot of gamers. But then, the game was revamped 4 years ago as Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn for PC and PS3, righting the many wrongs of the initial release. It also came in the following year to PlayStation 4. So when I played it on the PS4, I really enjoyed the game, and because I never was a big fan of MMORPGs, but after watching an anime Sword Art Online, that actually got me into MMORPGs, and Final Fantasy XIV was like the first MMORPG I have ever owned. I also play MMORPGs like Neverwinter and Star Trek the Game, but MMORPGs like World of Warcraft I don't play. But in my honest opinion about the series, I think that it's going to be really awesome about a father and son bonding story. Because you don't get to see stuff like that when it comes to video games sometimes. But a father and son bonding story through a video game, that really catches my eye, and I hope I can get to see it this fall on Netflix, of course. So if you have something to say about this new Final Fantasy series, comment, rate, and subscribe. This is John, host of Video Games in the World. Have a good one. Bye-bye.